Hoplite Bridge is back and better than ever, right? Okay, hold on. I was trying to hype Hoplite Bridge up and then immediately it broke. Okay. Anyways, so there was a new Hoplite Duels update, and today we're gonna be talking about it. And that's the point of this video. So if you guys have been around on my channel for a while, at least this channel, you guys know, oh my god, will this work? Please, please, I'm trying to talk here, not complain about issues yet. Anyways, I lost this race. They're in. Oh boy. And, oh, that's not where the hippo is. The hippo's over here. Okay. Anyways, will my block place? Thank you. Thank you. Anyways, Hoplite Bridge is back with a new update. Basically, they added some new maps and ranked bridge. Now, if you guys have been here in a while, you guys know I've been a strong advocate of Hoplite getting a better bridge system, let's say. Like, I've always wanted Hoplite Bridge to be good, and it hasn't been. Like, it's always been very problematic in the past, and they've had very strong issues. I'll go with strong as a word. And the thing is, they were issues that felt easy to fix, but they never really did. And we always wanted an update and just like fixes on block registration, the leaderboard's not working, the fact that like for a good 6 months you could like mine or place blocks actually more further back on one side of the map than the other, so like one side could genuinely have a bigger hippo than the other could possibly get, which was dumb. But you know, every server has its struggles, and you know, we deal with them and we move on and hopefully they fix them, right? We give them a chance to fix those issues and make the server better. The biggest difference though between then and now is that at the time Hoplite had no competition. Hoplite was the only option if you wanted to get into 1.20 bridge. And now that's not necessarily true. Mineman and potentially some other servers, from what I've heard, are really pushing what 1.20 bridge can be, and Hoplite hasn't been. So will you please die, please? I want to talk about, okay, thank you. So yeah, Hoplite's always been like really bad with bridge, and Mineman was like straight out the gate really good compared to like just in general like basic stuff, just like block registration, just the kit organizer, just things worked. Everything seemed to like flow well and worked easily. They didn't have a lot of like fancy things. They didn't do anything extra. It was very simple, and Mineman's known for being very simple, but they did simple well. Like, at least it was playable and enjoyable, and especially for a potential competitive game mode, it was really, really good. And now Hoplite had a chance to really prove itself as able to compete with Mineman, because I think Mineman has set the bar and has said, hey, we're doing stuff and we can do stuff, and Hoplite, if you want to stay like relevant for bridge, you got to do stuff too. And now they made an update, and I feel like Mineman pushing that is one of the biggest reasons they did make an update, because now there's competition. Obviously that's a bold assumption, but like nonetheless it's pretty likely that a server having competition will make the server compete at a higher level. We've seen that constantly, and that's why everyone in 1.8 at least has seen like Hypixel diminish so much, and it's like we're used to that like lack of competition. And Mineman and Hoplite Bridge both existing will create a really good competitive like server space that makes both of them, I don't know, hopefully better. Now I'm going to be talking about a little bit more into this video on whether or not this update made Hoplite better, because overall I don't think it did. Honestly, I think they made Hoplite worse because they added a bunch of things that were really cool looking but weren't better. So one of the biggest things I remember complaining about when Hoplite first came out was that the maps were garbage. They were so bad. They looked nice, but they didn't work for bridge, and they didn't get bridge players or people that knew anything about bridge to like help with the maps or give them a say, I don't think. And I think they just had their builders build bridge maps, and it wasn't it was really unfortunate. They had one decent map, and that map wasn't good even. It was just like a really bad, like, I want to say it was a really bad version of like Tundra trying to be I don't know, Hyperfrost kind of. And it was really weird. And those are Hypixel maps, of course, but for Hoplite, hold on, can you please get off? I mean, I feel like Hypixel has always been the gold standard for bridge, and I think Hoplite trying to do something like Hypixel would be really good, but even if they like got bridge players to help this time, or like got input from them, I don't think much of the bridge community can tell. I'm gonna be honest, because everyone I've talked to, and I mean even I personally, just hates the maps. We're all like in agreement, right? These maps aren't good, right? Am I alone in saying that? I know I'm not alone, because everyone I've talked to like has said the maps are really like bad and problematic and terrible. Like, they don't work for a competitive bridge space. They look cool though. Like, I mean, they tried to do something, and that's cool. But like, let's talk about this map. For example, this map is literally a ripoff of Mr. Cheesy. Now, Mr. Cheesy is by far, I feel like, the worst Hypixel bridge map. And how did I survive that? I shouldn't have. But anyways, I don't think many people like Mr. Cheesy. And I think that most competitive bridge players agree that Cheesy is at least one of the worst bridge maps. At least now. Because, like, everyone hated, like, Twilight and, like, old Lighthouse and whatever. All those spawn block maps from back in the day. But those are gone now. And nowadays, like, the worst map you can queue is like Cheesy, or like, I don't know, like Sunstone. Sunstone still exists on Hypixel, right? That one was, ugh, that one was bad. But anyways, this is just a bad Cheesy. Like, they made Cheesy worse. Basically, they have like the front hippo, which is okay. Like, you can't really mess that up much. I personally would have changed the positioning, but like, whatever, that's fine. Anyways, they have a front hippo, but they have this like, okay, I was trying to show like the back hippo thing, or not hippo, back entrance thing, and it's just like a hole in the roof, kind of like Cheesy. But if you go into that area, there's a staircase. I'm not even lying. There's a staircase. You see it, right? Right there? That's a staircase. These maps are just weird. They don't work for bridge at all. I don't know what they made, but it's like they're all built in a way where you just like have to like hope you're good at 1.20 PvP, but it's not good for bridge players. Like, bridge players can survive on these, but like 1.20 PvPers are just gonna, like, I don't know. I feel like it's just more like PvP dominant and less bridge dominant. And that also might be largely because the bridge mechanics don't really work as well. You can't place blocks without them like false registering or like not registering. Your offhand just doesn't work properly. And there's just so many issues with like lag and stuff, and just Hoplite's problems with like their bridge. But even otherwise, these maps aren't like, is this Chronon? I think this is Chronon, or at least an attempt at Chronon. This is just a bad Chronon. Like, I can compare these all to Hypixel maps because like this has like the underbelly that Chronon has that, I mean, is more known. I guess it's like a good juke maneuver thing, and it's also great for like large hippos, but this map, you shouldn't even hippo. Like, this map is terrible for defending. Like, you don't want a hippo on here. You just want to like wing, and that's broken on this map. It's like, if it's built like Chronon, but somehow functions like Fortress, in my opinion, at least. I don't know. Someone might like largely disagree with me, but I think that it functions more as like a Fortress type map if you're comparing it to Hypixel maps, at least. And I don't think the people who made this map or these maps have bridge sense or like any game sense in the bridge, and that's the issue. No offense to them. I'm sure they're fine bridge players and fine people, but like they're good builders. They're not bridge players, I don't think. And I don't know if they accounted for everything. And that is the biggest problem with these maps, because they made these new maps and they also released something that's pretty cool and exciting. They released Ranked Bridge. Now, that was the second half of this update. Now, I can complain about these maps all video, but I think I'm going to talk more about Ranked Bridge. So for those of you guys that don't know, Ranked Bridge is basically where it's bridge divisions. So with ELO systems, you can have bridge titles and you can climb the ELO leaderboards to get to different divisions, higher divisions preferably. And obviously, if you're not as good, you can fall to lower divisions, which this has been seen a lot in, like, I feel like chess, or like people know elo systems from like chess or like Valorant or other games and whatnot. Those are just the first two that came to my mind. But elo divisions aren't a new idea or a new concept, or ranked systems in general. So surely ranked bridge isn't like, and ranked bridge in itself isn't a new concept, because that was a big thing in 1.8. There was a big ranked bridge community. But I don't think, or I don't know if it was super big, but it was like, I think it was decently large. Scrims was always bigger, but nonetheless, ranked bridge is not a new idea. So Hoplite implementing ranked bridge kind of makes sense if you were able to play bridge competitively on Hoplite. That's the biggest issue. You can't play bridge competitively on Hoplite. The maps are terrible. They don't work. Now, there's no potential for competitive space on, like, at least not at the level that Hypixel has created a competitive space for bridge, or Mindmen can create a competitive space for bridge. Hoplite, with these maps, without, like, active input from, like, the existing 1.20 bridge community, they can't compete. Like, unfortunately, I hate to say, time and time again, Hoplite has, like, shown that they really don't know what they're doing with bridge, and they don't understand the game mode at all. Because everyone I've talked to that's, like, really invested in 1.20 bridge hates every single thing Hoplite does. And I've always wanted for Hoplite bridge to be good, because I am a Hoplite Battle Royale player. I've always been really hyped about Hoplite, just because it's, like, cool to see a big 1.20 server that has, like, all these, the potential to, like, do these really cool things and make, like, big competitive spaces. And hold on, Obald the bird, Theobald the bird, you're dead. That guy has a Theobald the bird skin. Okay, but I don't think he PvPs like Theobald. Anyways, I'm gonna go win the game now, please, and thank you. What are you doing over there? Anyways, back to what I was saying. I got very sidetracked there, didn't I? Hoplite has no right, I believe, in my honest opinion. Oh, okay, I was trying to talk here. So I don't really believe that Hoplite has any right in their current state to try and make a competitive space for bridge, because the biggest problem with Hoplite bridge is that it's built on Hoplite being big. So any success that Hoplite bridge has is because Hoplite players are playing, not bridge players. No bridge players will really be able to have any long-term goals on this server. And that's because Hoplite bridge sucks. In its current state. I hate to say. It's so mean. Like, I know they're trying, but it's just like, man, what are they doing with these maps? Like, this is, like, it looks like Fortress. Is it Sorcery? Is this Sorcery? I think it's Sorcery. I don't know. They have, like, the side hippo thing, and it's, like, very Sorcery, but, like, the goal is, like, way back there. I don't know. It's interesting. But, nonetheless, the biggest issue with Ranked Bridge is somehow not even the maps. Like, I played a little bit of Ranked Bridge. I've played, like, 15 games, I think, and I really wanted to get into it. But the queues are disastrous, because obviously Hoplite has never been, like, good at getting their queues to, like, fill. And the other big issue is that in Hoplite, the ranked system doesn't actually work correctly. I don't know how. They did the ranked system wrong. Like, I played with some friends, and, like, they were also playing around the same time as me, and it doesn't actually account, like, it doesn't properly account for your skill, or at least proven skill. I don't know. Whether or not the players are better or worse is irrelevant, but the people that were winning more games were getting placed lower than people that were winning less games. I'm not kidding. Like, I got placed into Gold 1 with 0 losses in my unranked games. Because why not? I think that's the lowest I've seen. So I'm sure there's something lower than that, but I just haven't seen anyone with whatever silver or like bronze or whatever is below that. But people that were losing games were getting placed into Gold 3. That's just I'm just salty, honestly. Like, what? Now, okay, that's fine. I was playing with Zombie and she's Diamond 3 and I'm Gold 1, right? So realistically, if we were winning games, then she should be gaining less elo than me or whatnot, and I should be gaining a lot of elo because based on the proven skill, I'm a lot worse than Zombie. That's without a fact. But based on proven skill that the game can recognize, and just based on like my wins, her wins, everything, like I should be gaining a lot of elo so that I could get to Diamond Division at least, because that's where my proven skill was, or was showing to be, because I just hadn't lost any games. I wasn't losing, right? Now, tell me how. Tell me how. I'm just salty, guys. Like, I'm just complaining right now, because, like, we're at the end of the video. But I'm just so confused how I was gaining 5 elo every game. Like, what? And Zombie was gaining, like, 10 to 12. What? Hoplite, fix the system, please. Like, Nintendo was also playing and like insta ranked to Gold 3 with like a couple losses in their ranked games, and I had no losses. I'm just upset, guys. Can you please go away? I'm trying to complain. Like, guys, I don't like ranked bridge. It's dumb. Hoplite really goofed. Everything's kind of terrible, and I really wanted Hoplite to like make a good bridge thing, but they just keep messing up. I don't know. Like, this entire video was supposed to be me being really excited about like Hoplite finally making an update, but I think it's like the future of competitive bridge has to be Minemen right now. Like, that's the only server that seems to like actually take in like player input, like bridge player input. And I think the thing with Hoplite is that the only people that are invested in playing are people that are guaranteed leaderboard spots, and they're just playing to get those leaderboard spots, and otherwise nobody's really trying to create a competitive bridge space on here, because like we can't do tournaments on here, we can't do bridge on here. Like, Hoplite, please give us bridge. We just want bridge, not whatever this is. Anyways, that's my rant for today. Thank you guys for watching. Minemen video probably soon. I don't know. Maybe Hoplite videos. Who knows? We'll see. Video soon. Bridge soon. Maybe on this channel. Okay, bye.